manly men, 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 manly men, men, men.
Manly men. Ooh.
Men, 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 manly men, 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 manly men, men, men.
Okay. I thought that video was kind of funny. So, if you can already tell, my topic is gender roles, specifically men, because in the Renaissance era, there was a very different role for men and women. So men would completely different from women in how society treated them, and how what they were meant to do, and how people thought like each gender had a specific role for society. So in this article, which I didn't read, which is really long. Well, I didn't write. It says, throughout history, men and women have been assigned specific roles, right? So these are certain tasks that have been traditionally completed only by men, right? So you'd have men complete tasks that are completely different from what women could, because they believed that women could, or were just unable to. That their mental was unbelievably, like, just unable to, like, even comprehend how to complete these tasks. Very different roles within society. I highlighted the most important parts. So, the way in which society valued men and women differed greatly. Completely different. You'd have men, complete a job, and women unable to do it. So, men basically functioned as the ruling voice over all aspects of society. I like that sentence, ruling voice. It really encompasses everything I've read so far of the ruling voice, how they decided what society would be. It was a men-based society, basically. So you would have men, be the leaders. They would function everything. They choose how society went, and women were just on the outskirts, right? Men were even valued for their ability to classify an object or being as beautiful. See, like even here, it says that like men could see something that a woman couldn't. They could see something being objectively beautiful, and so classify an object. Oh, what is this? This is what this is, and this is what it means. Because what they believed is that men had such a greater knowledge, wit, and a greater idea of the world than a woman could. It says here, men may have taken to commerce or to drink, but as a matter of fact, they took to visible beauty. Right? Only men had the capacity to differentiate between that which was beauty and which was not beautiful. So they would be able to say, is this beautiful? Is this not beautiful? Which is, everyone can do that. Like, every single person can do that, no matter of a gender. But back then, it was in the Renaissance era, it was very differentiated between men. Men can do this and women can. Men is endowed with wit, judgment, and a mind almost divine. Divine minds were given to men, apparently, and women just didn't have it. A very twisted and sexist belief system where men had unbelievable wit and judgment, where a woman wouldn't understand something because she's a woman, which doesn't nowadays does not make sense whatsoever. So how this affected the Renaissance era, only being men, that's why you didn't see women in plays, because apparently they couldn't do it, unable. The legal status of men and women in the Elizabethan society, or the Renaissance era, also had distinct features, while men held almost absolute authority. Absolute authority. Listen to this. Absolute authority. How they had the authority. They chose what to do. They chose what could happen, what couldn't happen, and women had no say whatsoever, right? So they could, everything that society went up based off of was judged by men, was only said by men. The men in their lives, whether their fathers or their husbands, had complete control over all constitutional matters of their lives. Right, so you would see this. So you would see that men took control of what needed to be done, right? No woman could have, apparently in their belief system, that no woman had the ability. That all constitutional matters, so right, like laws, whatever, was just judged by men. Doesn't matter what kind of man, just dumb man, right? They had complete control. Not even a bit of control, not even like any 50-50, no, 100% control. Even just men alone. And, very tilted away from today. You don't we still kind of, but it changed completely different from nowadays. So this article over here, Renaissance man, also called universal man. Right. This goes on. Talk about this. Men should try to embrace all knowledge of their own capacities as fully as possible. Right. I think that there was a good right here. Thus, the gifted men of the Renaissance sought to develop skills in all areas of knowledge, right? You'd have gifted men sought to basically get these skills in all areas of knowledge. The same ways you'd have, like men just are like apparently smarter, or they need to are better than a woman, right? Whose gifts were manifest in the fields of art, science, music, invention, and writing. You had these all over the place where it was just men. It was basically men, right? Who you had an accomplished architect, painter, classicist, if I said that right, classicist, poet, scientist, and mathematician were all basically a man's job. Leonardo da Vinci here, whose gifts manifested in the fields of art, science, music, invention, and writing. All of these were man-orientated or man just based, basically. Where men controlled it, men had control over it, men did what women couldn't in their belief system, right? You had a woman, you had a man, woman couldn't do something and man could. Thank you.